Welcome back to the hot spot with Cameron. And today we're going to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Washington Commanders and how Jayden is going to have his first opportunity to show his growth throughout this year. Tampa Bay, they did. They put a smacking on those guys at the beginning of the year. And I'm sure he wants redemption, if you look at it like that. So right now, this is one of the top Washington Commander fans that I know. And going back to the other name, I mean, we'll keep it PC on the show on the hot spot right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a little introduction. I've known this man for since I was 17 years old, coming out of West Point, Mississippi. Played with the Green Waves, tremendous team down there. Um, a tradition, a tradition down there. I know a couple of guys that played at West Point. Really good guys, part of crew. You know what I'm saying? BY2. Got multiple names. You know what I'm saying? We call him Big G. We call him Jeezy the Snowman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you right now, leader of Falcons. Here he is, Falkowski Odneal. Welcome to the show, Fal. What's
Hey,
up,
thanks
boss?
for having me. I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
Great to have you. Great to have you, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Uh, um, and we just gonna jump right into it, man. What are the keys for Washington right now that you see? I mean, we know Jayden. We know he's got to really get in there and do his thing. But then also, I mean, you have Baker coming off of a four TD passing game, 41 touchdowns off the year. Um, Only 19 interceptions, 106 passer rating. So he's going to bring his A game, I'm sure. He's been in a lot of big games. What do you say about your guy coming out of LSU for the first year and the big games he's been in and what he's going to bring to the table?
Man, Jaden's been really impressive in his first year, man. Came in very poised, played like he's been there before. Doesn't seem to really get rattled. Um, Always has the ability to make the play that needs to be made in the moment. It's just a different feeling having somebody at the quarterback position who you have faith in that at any moment he can change the game.
Yeah, he can change the game. I mean, I'm saying right now, I see that they're going against, you know, a mid-level defense. I want to say they're middle of the pack, but then again, uh, you guys' defense isn't that strong. Uh, I mean, stronger than theirs. I mean, when you stack the pieces together and you stack them 1 to 1, where do you see you guys winning that battle against their defense or your offense taking on their defense or their offense taking on your defense?
The biggest thing for our defense is in the secondary and pass coverage. Um, so my belief is that we're going to try to pressure Baker. If we can get some pressure on him, that'll help that on the back end. If Lattimore, we acquired him right there at the deadline
You said
to come in and
Marshawn,
help.
right?
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore, yeah, to come in and help that secondary out. But he's been in and out with a nagging injury. But I hope he's at full capacity today where he can come out and help us. The young guy St. Juice they really been targeting him throughout the year. He's been a guy that they've kind of zeroed in on and made some big plays against this guy. I think he's a good corner. He's just young and needs some more time, and he'll develop into a good player for us in the future. But right now, he's got some holes in his game that causes him to give a big play sometimes. But hopefully, Lattimore, I believe that Lattimore will be the guy to help put a band-aid on that thing for right now. But the biggest thing is if we can get some pressure on Baker, that'll help that secondary out a whole lot. Mike Evans, he's a monster, been a monster since he hit the league. So that's a lot for our secondary to kind of combat with. and they have other guys. He kind of spreads the ball around. They got a pretty solid running game. Baker's a magician. Baker, he a gamer. He get out there, he make plays, he extends the play, to give his guys an opportunity to make plays. Um, so that's our biggest thing on defense. Offensively is ball control. We can control the ball. We've had the ability. It's kind of I'll be honest. It's fearful for me. As sometimes we sustain long drives, 11 plays, 12 plays. You know what I mean? And when you got to sustain the drive that long, there's more opportunities for mistakes to happen. But we've been able to do so with limited amount of mistakes, and do that. So we can continue to do that, and every once in a while hit for that big play. I think it gives us the best opportunity to win.
That's a great point. You know what I'm saying? That ball control is key. You know what I'm saying? I emphasize that more in the last game with the Detroit Lions, where I was just saying situational football, where you're moving the change, you're moving the change. It's okay to take a risk when you're moving the change, but when it's time to go back to moving the change, you need to make that quick transition instead of trying to keep going for the big home run. Now,
Right.
I heard you say something about, Baker being a magician and them having a good run game. I talked to somebody earlier today and they was talking about Bucky Irvin. How concerned are you about
hmm
him?
Very concerned about him. He's a great player. He's that guy. I mean, he made some big plays against us in the first game.
Mhm.
Really big plays. They lean on him in the run game as they should. But I think if we can do enough to extend drives, not let them hit that, because that thing is pound, 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 hit you over the top, pound, 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 hit you over the top. You know what I mean? And they
Mhm.
get um those large yardage plays. That'll make it difficult for us. But if we can control that and keep that to a minimum, I believe we'll be in good shape.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, and I'm talking about the run game, but then you got Liam Cohen, really, what Bucky kind of, in my estimation, he kind of unlocks that offense to be able to
hmm
let Baker kind of, do his thing, like you said,
Exactly, for
with the
sure.
pressure on him. Like, to be honest with you, I think Baker likes to get out of the pocket a little bit, and I think that they may design some Liam may design some plays where he kind of uses your pressure or your pass rush against you. Um, do you
I
think
think
that
I,
you
I
guys?
believe
Do you think
he's
that?
definitely a better quarterback. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, let me ask you. Do you think that with Mike Evans having the season that he's having, which is probably one of the best seasons he's had of his career, and I think that he's actually been pretty healthy this season, more so than in the past. Do you think that acquisition of Marshawn Lattimore that we talked about a little bit earlier is really going to be the difference in getting pressure onto Baker Mayfield? Because if those lockdown corners can really control him, and then also, your slide and your tight end and all of those, do you think that that's something that you guys can exploit or
I,
on
I don't
defense?
I don't believe it's something that we can exploit, but I believe if we can minimize the amount of targets and we can
Mhm.
minimize the opportunities there, then that'll be the biggest thing we gain. Because, like I said, Mike Evans, the kind of receiver he is, you don't look to try to stop a guy like that. You look to try to limit his targets, limit amount of the opportunities that he'll have, and that's how you win in that scenario. Um,
Yeah.
you know, Man to man, that's a problem.
Well,
Double
Hey,
coverage,
hey,
still a
but
problem.
I'm gonna say, like, they got a history though. They got such a history when he was still with the Raiders. Wasn't he with the Raiders? But I mean, I was just no New
Lattimore, you
Orleans.
mean?
He was in
You
New
talking
Orleans. Yeah,
Lattimore? Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
They
Lattimore.
played each other several times. Yeah, they played each other several times, so they know each other. Um,
Right. I
but
think that that's really key when you step into the line of somebody where you know their tendencies. You've already kind of been fighting them, and he y'all big receiver. So I think that that might be one of the biggest keys to y'all game is being able to see if
absolutely,
Mike Evans can win. If Mike Evans can win, I mean, one, what I'm saying, that pressure up front ain't gonna have time to get to Baker. And if they do drive him out of the pocket, where I saw, what I'm saying, like I said, I think you want to force him out of the pocket, not have him want to go out of the pocket. Is that something that you agree with?
Um, I want him in the pocket on the under any circumstance. I don't want him to want to get out. The play to be designed for him to get out of the pocket and he gets out, or if we force him out. I want to keep him bottled up in between that tackle box, and we can get him on the ground, or force
Yeah,
him
because
to
he
have
ain't
to
gonna be
make
able to see over
throws.
those tackles.
There you go. There you go.
Gotcha,
There you
gotcha.
go.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and go into the offense. So you know what I'm saying, the last 5 games, Jayden has really, really excelled. Um, Going into this playoff game, they're going in on a high, on a what, 5 game winning streak, 6 game winning
Yep.
streak, 6 out of 7,
Yep.
something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
So, what are your keys on the offensive side of the ball? Like, where? I mean, I know you got Terry McMillan, and I know he scored. He scored in the last 5 games, a touchdown in the last 5 games. So he's coming on strong. And then you guys got who you got at running back right now?
Um, well, we got Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler. I like Eckler a lot. He's a
Yeah.
big asset in the passing game. Um, Robinson, he's our big back, but Eckler, I believe he's our most valuable player at that position because he can do so many things.
Mhm.
In the passing game, we got Zacchaeus along with McLaurin. We have our veteran tight end that we got from Philly, who's been making plays here down the last 8, 9 ball games. Jayden's really started to use him as a security blanket almost. I mean, he know that this guy's going to get himself over. He's got a big body, and he can help move the chains. If we can do those things that we've been doing these last 7, 8 ball games, I think the sky's the limit as far as offensively. Um, Defensively, the Bucks, they're a good team. They got a good linebacking core. They're decent in the secondary. Um, it's not going to be an easy feel. Like I said, we played them already, so we know what they're capable of. And but I think that's a plus for us. And I think Jayden is going, like you said, going to have some a mind of redemption. Let me show these guys that I can play on this level. That what they got in their first game, that's not my full package. Let me show them what it really is.
Well, you said something earlier when we had talked earlier today about his composure. And
Mm,
the thing is I think that Bowles is Todd Bowles is he's head coach, defensive coordinator, defensive minded guy,
sure.
older guy, seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that he's going to put that composure to the test?
Well, he's
And if
definitely
so, how? And if so,
that's his
how?
that's his goal. I mean, for sure, he's going to try to pressure him. But I think I don't know this, but this is what I would do if I was trying to defend Jaden Daniels. It would be a spy all game long. I would spy him. I would rush for no blitzing because you blitz him. You don't have a spy. He can make plays with his legs. He's going to make plays with his legs. He's shown it time and time again. So I would spy him with their best linebacker. What's the kid's name? White, I believe. They got an amazing young linebacker here. I would spy with him, and then that would be my defense against him. But Cliff Kingsbury, the brilliant offensive mind that he is, he knows what Jayden is good at. He has an understanding of what Tampa Bay did against him in the first game, what they've done all season. And he's going to figure out a game plan to combat that, which I believe is run pass option, get Jayden on the edges, let him make plays with his legs, and give him an opportunity to make big plays down the field.
Mhm. So and the thing is I know this is his first playoff game. This is a big moment. Um, Somebody did tell me something about him earlier, where they thought as though he's not Michael Vick, or uh, uh, he's more of a even package. Like he
Yes,
can run,
I agree.
pass, all of that.
I agree.
So
I agree.
yeah,
He's a
so
he's a he's a pass first quarterback.
he is
He's
a
a pass
pass
first
first,
quarterback. He's
but
a
he
pass
can
first
run.
quarterback, but he
Yeah,
can
yeah,
run. He's elite at running. He
yeah.
glides. Is It kind of reminds me a lot of he doesn't have as big a frame, but it reminds me a
Mhm.
lot of Cam, the way Cam used to run those first 2 or 3 years in the league, where he just kind of glide. 10 yards is enough for him to pick up. 10 yards is a good 7 steps. He got it, no problem. Get out of bounds, get the next play. Keep it moving like that. But
Mm.
he's definitely a pass first guy.
So with that being said, what do you think? What do you think his stat line might look like for them to
Today,
win? What does his stat
for
line
them to
have to
win,
look like?
for them to win, I believe he got to throw for over 250, over 250 plus. Rush for another 75, 80 yards.
That's a
Um,
lot.
yeah, but he's been doing that. He's been doing that.
Yeah,
He's been doing
touche.
that. Yeah, he's been doing that. So I look because I think that's what he's going to have to do today for us to win. Because that's the kind of they're going to put him in those scenarios to where
Right.
it's
You got
3rd and 8, 3rd and long, and he needs to make a play. And if that pass is not there, and they're putting pressure on him, he's gonna say, "Oh, okay, let me get this first down, keep these chains moving." He wants the opportunity to win this first playoff game, this first opportunity for him. It's a big day for him. It's a big day.
right. So you saying about 250 yards, about 75 yards. Yeah, I average about 20, 26, 28 points a game. I think both of you
Right?
guys are averaging like literally
It's really close. It's really
right.
close.
Your
Yeah.
averages on offense with Baker and Jayden are like you guys are very, very comparable teams. That's why it's the highlighted game of the week. So with those two teams being very comparable, right?
hmm
With those two teams being comparable, the quarterbacks having similar kinds of stats. I mean, Jayden, I feel is me personally, better athlete, better talent. Now, I'm
Sure.
not taking nothing away from Baker, but with both of them
Absolutely not.
having, right, with both of them having, and this being the highlighted game of the week, um, where do you see that point total going, and where do they have to hit to win?
Um, I believe. I believe 20. 28 to 31 range gets us the win. Um, and I think we'll be able to hit that number. We've had some issues early in the year in the kicking game. We went through a
Oh,
few cure kickers, but I believe we found a guy right now in Gonzalez who has been consistent since he's hit the field. Um, haven't had any issues with him. He's been able to make his extra points, kick his field goal, and I believe that'll be the difference in the game today.
so you think that the quarterback play, defense holding up, bend don't break attitude, and
Hmm.
special teams is going to be the
hmm
difference?
Absolutely. That's
Yeah,
it. You
right.
hit it. Yep. That's
So,
exactly it.
so how important then, since we're talking about special teams, how important do you think? I mean, everybody knows that you got to win up front. You want to make sure that you're getting, good field position. So,
Right.
who do you think wins that battle on special teams then, with like the punting and field position?
I give it to us. We got one of the best punters in the league, um, if not the best. Tressway, been there for a few years now. I think he can, if necessary, he can control or help us gain the field position battle. I'll definitely take the nod there.
Hmm.
In the return game, we got some solid guys there. Um, Jamison Crowder, Austin Eckler, good return guys.
Right.
Um, yeah, sturdy guys. They're not game breakers. You're not looking for them to bust them, but they're hard to bring down and they can find the lanes.
Yeah.
And they're
Oh, security.
and they're and ball. Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. Ball security. Um,
Mm.
Crowder put a couple on the ground here last week, I believe, or the week before. One of them was, I think it was interference, but I ain't got no flags or no referee uniform. But I
You
thought
said
it was
no
interference.
whistle, huh?
Yeah, I don't have a whistle.
Right.
But yeah, but I still put all confidence in him at this moment in the season to be able to do that. So yeah,
Right.
I give that not nudge to us on the special team side of it. Yeah.
Right. So you saying they just got to be special?
Special teams got to be special.
Right.
Special teams
So
got to be special.
I'm gonna end it with this. Like Todd Bowles, I think he's gonna really, really, like you said, you thinking that he not gonna. Do you think that Jayden is going to be able to understand the pressure and adapt to it? Because I mean, like I said before, preseason speed, regular season speed is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
definitely not playoff speed, and we've seen that
Mm-hmm.
through Lamar's struggles. I mean,
For sure.
two-time MVP. We see it all with the yardage and the receipt. I mean, in the uh, running game and all that. And we seen them last night bring in Derrick Henry, and that was a good game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Right.
Lamar was able to sit back there and kind of throw. I mean, not the best arm, but good enough as as a professional quarterback.
Yeah. For
Um,
sure.
do you think that that different tempo is going to be something that he may not? Uh, I mean, you've seen it against the Detroit Lions. Sam Donald wasn't ready for them lights. He may
Right.
he may have came into it ready, but once it started popping and that noise started going and them decibels started hitting, and the van is a knocking. I mean, the van is a rocking. Don't come a knocking kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe Jaden's mentality. He'll be able to elevate when if he's done it at each level. When he goes up a level, okay, give me a moment. Let me. Okay, a little bit faster, but I'm still the fastest. I just got to move a little bit quicker. I got to process things a little bit quicker. When it breaks down, I can't second guess it. I got to go now. Because like you said, it speeds up. Preseason is not regular season. Regular season is not playoffs. Playoffs ain't the Super Bowl. Everything speeds up. It becomes faster. You got to process faster, especially when teams are game planning. They know they're playing you. They got 2 weeks to put a package together. This is how we're gonna try to stop this guy. They've watched all the film, you know. Um, so really at this point, he's not a rookie quarterback to me at this point. We late in the season, it's playoff time. The rookie thing you can throw it out the window. Um, like I say, if he this is me
I know it's
and what I
tough, man.
believe.
It's tough. I mean, they got to play
If
the
they
game.
try to blitz him, if they try to blitz him, it's gonna be a problem for him. It's
Right,
gonna be a problem for him. He may
right.
go for one. He might bust one in real time if they try to
Mm,
blitz him.
mm.
They send more than two extra guys, or if they send more than one extra guy, oh for sure problem. If they don't get home right then, oh my goodness, yeah, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
All right. So, um, I know. You know what I'm saying. We had limited time, but at the same time, man, I want to thank you again for coming on. Do you want to give some last words? Like where can people find you at? You know what I'm saying? And see about what you're doing and what you got going on and hear more of your analysis and stuff like that. I mean, I'm gonna have you back. That's not no
Right,
doubt.
right.
But
Well,
just trying to figure out what's going
I've
on.
enjoyed this, man. This has been great, man. I had a good time, man. I love to do this again. Hopefully we get to go do it again next week after we get this one under our belt. You know what I'm
That's what
talking
I'm
about?
talking about, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So,
yeah, we
yeah, I'm pretty low key guy, man. But I got all of the basic socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm on
Hey
all
man,
those.
you can
Um,
tell them. Just tell them, man. You Graham fam. You can find it. We can find you at Grambling, man. You know what's
you
up.
definitely
You know
can.
what I'm saying? Always,
Absolutely.
baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
G-Man.
G-Man.
So
G-Man all day.
yeah, so I really want to tell you, man, thanks again for being on the show. You repping crew, repping BY2, man. You know what I'm saying? Repping West Point Way. And you know what I'm saying? Didn't y'all get y'all didn't y'all get a state championship this year?
Yeah, another one. 13.
Another.
Yeah, another one. 13.
Is that
Yeah,
is
leading the
that a
state.
state? Is that a
Yeah, lead.
state?
Yeah, that's
Is
the
that a
record.
state?
Yeah, we king of the hill, man. King of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hill. Yeah,
Year to
yeah,
year.
yeah.
All
Yeah, year
right,
to year.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Don, hey, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying, probably come back, get you on the spotlight. We'll go more in depth on, you know what I'm saying, the tradition of the Greenways coming out of West Point. some of the experiences that you may have had, what I'm saying, at Grambling and stuff like that. And then,
Absolutely.
what I'm saying,
I would
probably
love
talk some
to.
more, like you said, talk some more football next week if win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
Win.
sure you're
Yeah,
picking
yeah.
Washington to win.
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
man. So, like I said, I appreciate you. And everybody out there, continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to ring that notification bell here at the Hotspot with Cameron. I appreciate everybody that's listening. I appreciate all the things that are going on. We got content coming all the time. The playoffs are on right now, and I have people for every team. They want to come on. They calling me saying, "Hey, man, when can I get my spot?" So guess what? Keep paying attention. It's the Hot Spot with Cameron. See you next time.